Hello, interested students. The Buerk Center for Entrepreneurship is here to weave entrepreneurship into the fabric of the university. And today we're here to learn about the ways in which we do that through classes, events, workshops, and competitions. We are a staff of 7 who all play a role in how the Buerk Center connects to students from any major on campus. I am Alex Eli, Assistant Director of Undergraduate and Graduate Programs. And as you continue to pursue your entrepreneurial ideas, projects, and businesses, I could be your first point of contact as you seek next steps and how the Buerk Center can help be a resource to you. The University of Washington has many resources to use on your path to innovation. We see many of our students prototyping their ideas in the makerspaces and then bringing those ideas with them to workshops on, for example, customer discovery, and then go on to develop their business idea and apply to one of our competitions. At large, the Buerk Center has helped many student-started businesses grow, and their success is our success. We engage hundreds of students annually in our entrepreneurship competitions and have seen graduates of UW go on to fundraise successfully for their companies after they leave the university. One way to build your skills as an entrepreneur is to learn the academic practice of entrepreneurship. We have both undergraduate and graduate level offerings when it comes to entrepreneurial experiences. Today, we'll be focusing on the undergraduate experiences, since that's what you are all here to learn about. If you're majoring in business, then you can choose to have your option be entrepreneurship, and you would select to take 16 to 20 credits worth of entrepreneurship classes. Among the classes available are the ever popular courses in entrepreneurial marketing and entrepreneurial finance, as well as the choice to take the Creating a Company class, which I'll talk about next. For students who do not major in business, they're eligible to minor in entrepreneurship. The Buerk Center believes that anyone can be an entrepreneur, and we support that by offering a minor in entrepreneurship that is open to students who are not majoring in business. After taking the foundational courses, you can work your way into our hallmark class in the Entrepreneurship Minor, a class called Creating a Company. Creating a Company is a 2-quarter series where you and your team will take your business from idea to launch and everything in between. Student teams will pitch their businesses to a panel of judges where they will ask for a seed investment and lay out an operation plan for the rest of the class. Once they've earned their seed funding with the judge's stamp of approval, they will focus on executing their business in the second quarter of the series. Teams have the option of taking their business with them after the class is wrapped up and can negotiate a purchase price with their instructor. The Buerk Center doesn't take equities in these companies, and we've had several successful post-class launches over the last few years, including products in cold brew coffee with a company called Seattle Strong, and a ready-to-eat cookie dough with a company called Sugar and Spoon. Here's an example of another company that the Buerk Center helped through to success in Joe Chocolate.
Peter and I are incredibly proud graduates from the University of Washington. It changed the path that we are on for life.
We made the decision to start Joe Chocolates just as we were getting ready to graduate.
The first time we made chocolate to sell was in Spud Fish and Chips. We'd show up at 9 o'clock p.m., clean it out by 9:30, start making chocolate by around 10, and we'd get out anywhere between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. so we could go back to our jobs the next day.
I think about the university a lot because it was such a space for us to experiment and learn.
Creating a company was huge. So creating a company allowed us to create a minimum viable product that we could actually sell to people. We had tested a target market. We had tried out different recipes, and it was on the University of Washington's dime. And so they bankrolled this ideation process. So by the time we were ready to leave, we had something that we knew at least some people were interested in eating, and we had started to hone in on which ingredients we wanted to use to take it to the next level. The stakes were different. They allowed students to experiment with things that were totally out there. In 2016, we saw our first big reorder from Bartell. That validated that there was people going into stores, seeing it, buying it, going and talking to their friends about it and buying it more. One of the big moments for Peter and I where we realized we'd kind of hit gold, so we put it into one of the locations in Portland, a Whole Foods location in Portland. We sent them like 5 cases, and the next day they put in a reorder. We call them, we're like, this has to be a mistake. Did you misplace their order? Like, no, we sold through it all. We need more immediately.
We just put our life savings into the business and had faith that it was gonna grow. The summer of 2017, we heard that there was a new brick and mortar space coming available in Pike Place, and that sort of set in motion a 2-year process to figure out how exactly we could buy the business that was in the space, figuring out what we could do with that space itself. It's a long, narrow space, but we wanted to put chocolate production on display for the public.
For us, I mean, it's like Willy Wonka for adults. So people walk in, there's beer, there's wine, there's caffeinated chocolate. It's a new take on an old industry, and we're really excited to present that. I get to work with this guy, I get to have a chocolate company in Pike Place Market, I get to have an incredible group of employees who I get to come in to work with and party with every single day. And my life is fantastic, and so much of that is thanks to UW and the Foster School of Business.
Now that we've talked about the academic track you could pursue while at UW, let's also cover information about the opportunities outside the classroom to grow your entrepreneurial skills. Take note of the website startup.uw.edu. The Buerk Center uses that landing page to promote many of our relevant deadlines and events throughout the academic year. The Lavin Entrepreneurship Program is a group of highly entrepreneurial students who are admitted through a competitive application process in their freshman year at UW. The application opens around mid-September and is due by the end of the month, in October. Once admitted to the program, a student can remain engaged with the Lavin program for 4 years until they graduate. The Lavin program has unique opportunities for students to pursue their entrepreneurial passions by hearing from expert entrepreneurs in small group lunches, participating in an overnight retreat with a condensed startup weekend component, and having several opportunities to earn seed funding for their startup business ideas. If you're excited about what entrepreneurial contributions you can make to society, then the Lavin program could be right for you. If you have a business idea that you're stuck on, Build Your Own Business, or BYOB, as we like to call it, could be the right place to get some free advice from an experienced entrepreneurial coach on where to go next with your idea. This workshop is meant to be a drop-in opportunity through fall and winter quarters for you to pitch your business idea to a group of peers and a serial entrepreneur who can give feedback and actionable steps you could take to advance the business idea if you choose to do so. Once you complete those actionable steps, then you've advanced the business idea to a new place, and you could then bring that idea back to the workshop to get more feedback from your peers and the entrepreneurial coach. The largest entrepreneurial student club on campus is Startup UW. They host several events each year where they could bring an expert entrepreneur to come and share their story on a certain topic. And in years past, they've even co-hosted a regional pitch competition that has the winners advancing to a national stage. Speaking of competitions, this is a perfect segue into the competitions that the Buerk Center hosts each year. Teams who submit applications get valuable feedback on their business idea, no matter if they progress to the prize round or not. The Buerk Center recruits between 100 and 200 judges to come to the exhibit day of the competition, which means for this year, judges will come to an exhibit day in a virtual setting to give teams feedback. Teams who advance to the exhibit day of the competition will get to pitch their ideas to entice judges to come learn more about their business throughout the rest of the day. After hearing pitches, the judges then go visit each of the teams and ask more detailed questions about their business model. After doing their diligence on the businesses, then the judges get to place their votes and prizes are awarded. Teams who place in the top 3 earn money that they can use to advance their business idea. And there are several smaller best idea prizes that can be awarded in certain categories within the competition. Here, you can see the full run of competitions the Buerk Center hosts each year. The first 2 competitions are themed towards certain industries and business outcomes. The final competition of the year is open for any idea to be welcome to apply. In the Buerk Center, we're all about helping teams to advance their business ideas. To help in that process, before they apply to the competitions, the Buerk Center has a prototype funding program where the team can apply for funds to help them purchase prototype materials so they can put their best foot forward in the competition. For student teams who advance their company through the idea stage and are deciding to take their business on as part of their career, the Buerk Center offers an opportunity to apply for our Accelerator Program. If accepted, teams will set milestones for themselves and get 6 months worth of customized mentoring to help them accomplish those milestones. Teams can earn up to $25,000 in non-dilutive funding as if they complete the requirements of the program as the 6 months wrap up. I want to wrap up on a note about how we stick with the teams as they grow their businesses after their students and enjoy post-success graduation when they scale their operations. Here you see two logo progressions. The logo on the left is the first iteration of the logo that company had, and the logo on the right is their current logo. Both businesses have advanced significantly since their time working with the Buerk Center, and the change in their logos is just one representation of how far they've come, and we still enjoy sharing their successes with our network. I'll wrap up there, and I encourage you to reach out if you have questions. It's been a pleasure presenting a glimpse of what the Buerk Center can offer you as a student entrepreneur. And again, I'm Alex Eli, Assistant Director of Undergraduate and Graduate Programs at the Buerk Center for Entrepreneurship. And you can find my contact information at startup.uw.edu.